From NBC 26, this is Storm Tracker Weather First.
Good evening to you. We'll start off by taking a look at the live Doppler radar for your forecast tonight. Just dealing with clear and dry conditions as of now. Cooler weather on the way coming up in just a bit.
Good evening, I'm Ashley Campbell in this New Year's Eve for Paige Tucker. NBC 26 News at 11 starts now with a look at some local celebrations to ring in 2014. Now, across the CSRA today, local bars and restaurants geared up for tonight's festivities, hoping to draw in the crowds for a good time. NBC 26's Corey Bachman joins us live in the studio with a look at the celebrations already in full swing. Corey?
Ashley, downtown bars brought in more food and alcohol by the keg load to prepare for some big crowds.
Patrons say businesses up and down Broad Street are the best place to ring in the new year. And for Mr. Barnish and his 2 drinking-age sons, the New Year's festivities turned into a family affair.
Just turned 21 in basics, so we're going to show you a little bit of the bar life, so pretty excited about that, pretty happy about that.
They wanted to go out for a couple drinks, and I told them I'll be their designated driver. I'm going to try to get them throw up in the truck on the way home.
But for the family, there was another reason to bring their celebration to downtown.
Using New Year's Eve to support the local economy and small business. It's a good excuse to come down here and push some money into the local economy.
For the Barnishes, the drinks started early.
The kamikaze is the one that my dad wants to buy me next, so I'm looking forward to that one, I guess.
But Matt Barnish says he will continue to pace himself throughout the night.
I don't want to get all slammed and out because I have a lot more friends I want to visit tonight and hang out with and spend my last before I go back and to Fort Seal.
And as for New Year's resolutions, Mr. Barnish says it's smarter not to make one. What's your New Year's resolution?
I didn't make any.
Why not?
Because that's something I won't have to break.
There's still plenty of time to go downtown before midnight to enjoy some of the festivities that downtown Augusta has to offer. Live in the studio, Corey Bachman, NBC 26 News.
Thanks, Corey. And if you're celebrating, NBC 26 is here for you to help you stay safe while on the roads. Law enforcement officers will be out in full force tonight, making sure everyone gets home safely. Officers we spoke with say the busiest times on the road are expected to be between midnight and 3 a.m. after the parties end. You can expect to see several checkpoints tonight as well.
We actually have a majority of our force working. We're going to be working with the Georgia State Patrol. We're going to be getting together, doing some road checks in various areas of the county. Just to make sure everybody's operating the vehicle safe, just to make sure everybody has their license, make sure everybody has their insurance, and make sure nobody's drinking and driving.
During last year's holiday season, there were 1,119 alcohol traffic crashes in Georgia. And there are several options to make sure that you get home safe tonight. Georgia Office of Highway Safety has an app called Drive Sober. You can download on Apple and Android phones that helps you locate free or low-cost taxi services closest to where you are. Or you can call Bradford Health Services at 1-800-333-1865 or 706-854-1126. You must be at least 21 years old and the taxi will drive you home at no cost. That's if it's within a 30-mile radius. AAA and Bud Light are teaming up tonight for their Tow to Go program. You can call 1-855-286-9246 for a ride. We have posted these numbers on our website, NBC26.tv. In tonight's NBC 26 News Alert, a Richmond County deputy recently awarded the title Deputy of the Year has been fired after an internal investigation regarding the conduct of Deputy Austin Shepard. It was discovered that he previously engaged in activities that may be considered a violation of his oath of office. The case is still under investigation at this time. Today was the last day on the job for Augusta City Administrator Fred Russell. Commissioners voted earlier this month to terminate Russell in a unanimous vote. He served as the city's administrator since 2004. We caught up with him today to discuss what he feels was the biggest accomplishment during his tenure.
What we've done best, I think, is manage a government during financial crisis times and not raise taxes, not burden our citizens with too much taxes. And been able to provide a decent level of service.
Russell will receive a severance package from the city. He tells us that he's now in negotiations with Payne College to take a position at the school, but is too premature to expand on that. NBC 26 has confirmed one man has died from an accident on Mike Paget Highway. It happened Monday evening near the entrance of the International Paper Plant. Authorities say 66-year-old Kamal Aiden was struck while attempting to make a left onto the road. He was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected from the vehicle. The coroner's office says that Aiden died several hours later at Georgia Regents Medical Center. No charges are expected to be filed in this case. Turning to our NBC 26 crime alert, Richmond County investigators are still searching for suspects in an armed robbery. It happened at this huddle house on Tobacco Road around 9:10 Monday night. Police say an unknown man wearing jeans, a black ski mask, entered a restaurant with an unknown type of handgun. He then fled the scene after receiving an undisclosed amount of money. Investigators are asking for your help in identifying the men seen right here in this surveillance video. They're both wanted in connection to a weekend murder at the Scottish Inns off Stevens Creek Road. The black male is considered to be the suspect in the shooting death of Ralph Harrell. The white male is considered a person of interest. If you do recognize them, you're asked to contact the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. Tree disposal ongoing through the month of January, now you know. And if you're ready to get rid of your Christmas tree, you have all of next month to place it on your curb for pickup under Augusta's new garbage service. Aiken City residents can leave trees on the curb for pickup. If you live in the county, there are 10 drop-off locations for trees, as well as wrapping paper and cardboard boxes. For a list of those centers, we have put up a link on our website, nbc26.tv. Over in Columbia County, residents who use private waste disposal services should check with providers regarding curbside pickup. Grovetown residents can leave trees and boxes on the curb. For Harlem residents, there'll be no tree pickup. Other residents may drop off wrapping paper and boxes at either of the Columbia County recycling centers. New ethics laws taking effect January the 1st, including limits on how much lobbyists can spend. Under the new laws, that limit would be $75 at a time. Previous laws allowed lobbyists to spend as much as they wanted as long as it was disclosed in reports filed by the state. However, it's unclear exactly how the new laws will be enforced.
Your NBC 26 Storm Tracker forecast with Shanine Quarles.
Here we are right now in Bushville with clear skies and conditions. Temperature right now 39 degrees. Factor in that wind chill with that temperature, you're going to be feeling quite into the teens. So at least it's not there for tonight.
Yeah, I would say that the word burr is an understatement.
Absolutely. Friday night is going to be a cold one.
All right, thanks, Shanine. Well, if your New Year's celebration includes fireworks, listen up. Many of the most popular fireworks are dangerous, and some can even be deadly. That includes firecrackers, rockets, even sparklers. Experts say the risk for burns and other injuries is especially dangerous for children. 43% of fireworks deaths every year occur in children ages 15 to 19. So, with all of the different regulations on fireworks in different states, how do you choose what's safe and legal? Well, in the state of Georgia, big pyrotechnic devices or anything with an airborne projectile like Roman candles are not allowed. Fireworks allowed in the Peach State should bear a sticker that says safe and sane. If a package reads warning rather than caution, it's legal in South Carolina only. And there are still fireworks that are illegal in the Palmetto State. Large explosive firecrackers like M80s and cherry bombs are against federal law. And just to remember, also never give fireworks to children under the under the age of 5, and always keep an eye on older children if they're using fireworks. Well, coming up next is back to the gym for many people wanting to get in shape for the New Year's resolution. But how can you actually keep your resolution this year? Find out when NBC 26 News at 11 returns. Topping our NBC 26 health check, cool weather and dry air can cause big problems for people with rosacea, a skin disease that causes facial redness. Patients say it's embarrassing and tough to treat. Brittany Glacier reports on a new treatment.
There's a bit of a difference.
Ginger Royer first noticed her pink cheeks when she was a teen.
New numbers in for Obamacare. More than 2 million people will be covered starting tomorrow. The Department of Health and Human Services released those numbers, saying that's how many have signed up through the federal and state systems. But that's still below initial estimates that 3 million people would be signed up by the end of December. Open enrollment ends March 31st. Year after year, people resolve to lose weight or eat better, but how often do people actually keep those New Year's resolutions? Well, here's some tips to keep those commitments well into the new year. It's all about making small changes you can ease into. Experts say you can eat baked chicken instead of fries or veggies instead of chips. If your goal is more exercise, find a workout buddy. Park farther away when running errands, and also take the stairs instead of the elevator. So what's your New Year's resolution? Go ahead and tell us about it. You can post it on Facebook at NBC26, tweet at NBC26.tv, or go ahead and find us on Instagram. All right, well, let's go ahead and check in with Shanine Quarles, who has a look at our New Year's Eve forecast. Shanine, how's it looking?
It is going to be a mild New Year's Eve and a bit of a warm New Year's Day as well. Right now in Bushville, we're only just reaching 39 degrees. Rain also for Friday, but Friday is going to be a cold and windy one, reaching 44 degrees Friday night into the low 20s. Ashley?
Shanine, coming up next on NBC 26 News at 11, we're taking a look back at some stories that had a big impact on the CSRA in 2013. Stay with us. You're taking a look at our live control room, a live look at our control room. Yeah, our control room is live. They're waving, our producer Mindy. Anyways, here locally, this year has been filled with triumph, controversy, and tragedy. And tonight we're taking a look back at some of our biggest stories of 2013. The year began with a new sheriff in town. Richard Roundtree returned to the Richmond County Sheriff's Office, promising changes from the top down. One of his department's first initiatives started on Valentine's Day. Operation Thunder rolled into town, bringing amped up patrols and checkpoints. It also spawned a Facebook page that warned drivers where cops would be. Several days later, 5 people were killed in a plane crash at the Thompson-McDuffie County Airport. They were employees of the Vane guys, Brandon Evans. Both pilot and co-pilot survived. A series of lawsuits have been filed. We're still waiting on the NTSB's final report on what happened that night. In early March, questions arose about the safety of Payne College students after a woman was raped in a campus dorm. A suspect was charged several days later, but in the wake of the attack, the school created its own campus police department. April brought with it the annual week-long tradition of azaleas and this time a pimento cheese controversy after the Augusta National switched its vendors.
Adam Scott!
Australian Adam Scott brought home the green jacket in a playoff. May was surrounded by controversy in downtown Augusta after a young couple were attacked along downtown Riverwalk. That incident brought up issues of late-night violence in downtown and prompted commissioners to take a good look at the security issues in that area. Augusta city leaders got an earful the first few weeks of June when the city went to once-a-week garbage pickup service. Residents complained that they went days, some weeks, without service, and the 311 lines were swamped with complaints.
It is going to be Palace Malice!
After taking a surprising early lead at the Kentucky Derby, Aiken's own Palace Malice was able to cross the finish line first at the Belmont Stakes, bringing attention to Aiken's famed horse country. The end of June saw the demolition of Martinez Elementary and the permanent closing of Bel Air Elementary as Columbia County continues to revamp its schools to deal with its fast-growing population. It was a sight many of us have rarely seen in July, daily rainstorms that eventually caused the Savannah River to flood the Riverwalk and forced the Corps of Engineers to release water from the lock and dam, creating a visual spectacle that attracted thousands to the dam. Another rare sight discovered in Waynesboro, this huge KFC bucket popped up along Highway 25 in a story NBC 26 first brought you, but made its way nationwide. The beginning of August brought sad news, the death of longtime State Representative Quincy Murphy. Fast forward to October, and it was all anyone was talking about, the smelly and foul-tasting water throughout many of the CSRA's counties. The blame was all that summer rain. It took weeks for water departments to get it fixed. GRU came under hot water when the Humane Society of USA accused the school of mistreating animals during a dental research project. The school maintains it is following all laws. Over at the Charlie Norwood VA, a congressional inquiry now underway after it was revealed that 3 veterans veterans died as a result of prolonged delayed treatments. This last month brought more investigations. Columbia County Tax Commissioner Kay Allen accused of misappropriating funds from the cities of Harlem and Grovetown. The county has asked the governor's office to step in. Richmond County had two shockers in its government. The first was the firing of longtime city administrator Fred Russell in a unanimous vote. Then, a few days before Christmas, Coroner Grover Tootin taken into custody by the FBI, accused of taking a car from a dead man. Two disgraced area politicians were released from federal prison within days of each other, both Charles Walker and Robin Williams now in transitional homes. But we did end the year with some good news. The Pentagon announced it was bringing the U.S. Army Cyber Command Center to Fort Gordon and more than 1,000 new jobs with it. And for the first time in school history, Aquinas High School brought home its first state championship in football. Coming up next on NBC 26 News at 11, it's a New Year's Day tradition. Two big Georgia-Carolina bowl games. We'll take a look at what's at stake in the big matchups that's just ahead. New York City wasn't the only place the crowds packed in to ring in the new year. Take a look at this. Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida got so crowded today that one of the parks actually reached capacity. According to the NBC affiliate in Orlando, the Magic Kingdom theme park filled to capacity, only letting in annual pass holders and hotel guests. And those crowds meant even longer wait times. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad backed up for 3 hours, and It's a Small World at an hour 15. Disney parks say that the week between Christmas and New Year's is one of the busiest times for Walt Disney World. So I have no idea why our Jay Jeffries wanted to head there. Just kidding. Well, you can watch the ball drop live tonight on NBC 26. We're going to head back to New York at 11:30 for the ball drop. New Year's Day special start at 11:30 a.m. with live coverage of the Tournament of Roses parade. Then at 1 p.m. the NHL Winter Classic. The Detroit Red Wings versus Toronto Maple Leafs live from Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor for what's anticipated to be the largest crowd ever to watch a professional hockey game. Our primetime coverage is normal. The South Carolina Gamecocks are in Orlando preparing for their big New Year's Day matchup against Wisconsin in the Capital One Bowl. Now, the governors of both states are getting in on the fun. South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is wagering barbecue and beer that the Gamecocks will win tomorrow. Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker is betting beer, brats, and cheese. Steve Spurrier's squad is right now a 1-point underdog. Georgia is a 9-point favorite when it plays Nebraska tomorrow in the Gator Bowl. This is the second straight year the Dogs and the Huskers will play each other in a bowl game. Georgia is playing without star quarterback Aaron Murray. Kickoff for that game is set for noon on ESPN2. Carolina's game starts at 1 p.m. over on ABC. And we have got a nice looking forecast, I say, for tonight. Not too cold.
Not at all. Nice and mild. It's what we're looking forward to for New Year's Eve. They can't say the same over in New York. You're looking to see what's happening right now for your low temperature for tonight. 37 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, no rain chances for tonight. Your winds are fairly calm, so we don't even have a wind chill tonight either. 57 degrees, no rain chances. Winds are still going to be light, but Friday you're going to have to bundle up.
All right, Happy New Year's, everyone. We'll see you later.